No, 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 no. Oh, he tried it.
You guys get that? You get what happened there? If not, don't worry. That's exactly what we're going to be explaining here. We're going to be showing what that meme means in Bitcoin's real life price, its historical price, and what happens when we see this pattern that we're seeing today repeat itself, where price has not been seen in 2 years since Bitcoin has been dropping from a all-time high price and recovering. But before we get to any of that, do me a favor and pound that like button, destroy it, beat it up, leave it crippled. If not, well, I hope you never buy Bitcoin then and miss out on this whole ride. So back to the video. This is Bitcoin's price chart up until November 2016. As you can see here, it's significant because it hit 700, a price it had not seen in 2 years since January and February 2014. There you see on the chart the last time it had seen the $700 price range, and that was when it was coming down from an all-time high in 2013, just a couple months prior in November 2013 of over $1,000. Then there's this period where 700 is missing, it's gone, it's not showing up, and once it comes back, some magical David Blaine shit happens. But before we get to the David Blaine shit, you can see the charts are similar here. You got 14,000, you got 2 years of 14,000 not showing up. There's the last time we saw 14,000 2 years ago in January 2018. Look, both of those months are in January, coming down from a high in 20,000. So you see the charts are very similar. You'll see later in the video, this pattern is not just one time, but consistent. There you see 14,000 is nowhere to be seen for 2 years, just like 700. It's completely gone. So let's go ahead and hop back to the other chart. Look at what happened last time we hopped back to a price we had not seen in 2 years. Here's the David Blaine shit we talked about. Now, if you're here, you definitely want to start buying just like now in 2014, because if you're waiting for a dip, let's say you were here at 700 and you want a $500 dip, you saw that didn't happen. It just insanely jumped to 1,000 at a very fierce rate. Say you're at 1,000, you want to go to wait till it dips to 700 to buy. Well, too bad. It never saw 700 again. So you see, the dips in this upcoming year are going to be very short and very quick. So if you see them, take advantage of them. But 2021 is looking to be a very crazy year. You can see this happen all throughout 2017 to the end of 2018 till Bitcoin's peak, and then its commencement of dipping at the start of 2018. You see the pattern, right? It's pretty consistent, it's pretty obvious. So for this next run up, you should be expecting Bitcoin to break past into the six figures, the hundreds of thousands, and then in the recovery phase, we should be dipping back into the tens of thousands, possibly touching the 30,000, maybe 70,000. We'll see what happens, but this next year, 2021, is going to be crazy. One of the reasons we see these patterns emerge is because of the Bitcoin halving. I'll have to delve into that deeper in a future video, but to cover it quickly, the Bitcoin halving is just when the new supply of Bitcoin being mined gets cut in half, and it causes a supply shock in the Bitcoin price chart, which we see throughout history. And it creates this pattern, which we see at every price point of Bitcoin. Even before it was at $1,000, we saw the pattern when it was just first breaking $100. It had first broken $200, dipped down to 70, creating the same peak drop pattern and then recovery pattern phase that we see. And then, just like every other time, once it hit 200 again, it jumped over to 1,000. And before it had hit the hundreds of dollars, it had just broken into the tens of dollars and the same pattern, breaking $30, dipping down to around $3, and then getting back to 30 before it broke to 200. Same pattern with pennies. But yeah, I think you get the point. You see this pattern repeating itself, and now it's going to get crazier because we have Wall Street buying into the market. We have companies like Grayscale buying over 400,000 Bitcoin so far. That's over $7 billion. Then you got companies like MicroStrategy buying hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset nonetheless, and they're not seeking to stop anytime soon. If you don't know who they are the largest publicly traded independent business intelligence company consulting the largest companies in the world. And their clients include people like Amazon, Netflix, eBay, PayPal, Coca-Cola, just to name a few. They have clients from the largest companies in the world they consult. They know something is up and they plan to keep buying Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset, which means they plan to hold it for a while. And they're buying it dollar cost average style consistently, which is what I tell everyone else they should do if they are considering buying Bitcoin. Dollar cost average buying is just when you buy Bitcoin like it's a Netflix subscription. You can buy it weekly, bi-weekly, tri-weekly, monthly, whatever it is, just buying it consistently, because then you're buying all these low points in the market as you see the needle moving here through the charts. So I tell them at most of the time, just throw chump change at it, anything that will break the bank, because even chump change can make a huge difference in the long run with Bitcoin. Even potentially dollars can make life-changing amounts depending on the parts of the world one lives in and how much time they leave their Bitcoin invested, which I recommend be indefinitely. And if it dips like these, I recommend they buy more. Still don't break the bank, because you never want to make a reason to have to pull out your Bitcoin, but buy whatever more you can afford, especially at those big dip points. But yeah, get in now before it's too late, because that meme we saw in the beginning will continue to repeat itself. You will see richer and richer people, companies, eventually countries buying Bitcoin. You'll see them force the other guys who were previously in to lower the price of their Bitcoin so they could buy the Bitcoin from them. And then once they buy the Bitcoin from them, we will see this pattern repeat, which we reviewed today, where they price Bitcoin at what it's really worth due to its scarcity and the amount of money interested in it to purchase it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please destroy that like button, beat it up, show YouTube that this video was helpful, that you enjoyed it. Uh, keep buying your Bitcoin. I'll see you guys at the Citadel. You'll know what that means in the future. Leave me a comment, leave me any suggestions you have, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know what other subject you want a Bitcoin, what you might be confused of. I'll make it video for it.